Who do you think this is? Who? A ladybug? Well, how does she look? You know what she needs? She is very lonely. And she needs a home. What do you think I ought to do with her? She's very lonely. Who did I bring with me last week? Clifford, yeah. What did I say? When am I going to give Clifford away? On the Love Banquet. Yeah, the Love Banquet coming up in the 1st of February there. And we'll be having the tickets for the Love Banquet coming up next week. We'll have those. But we're going to give Ladybug away at the Love Banquet too. Okay? And there might be other friends too that I bring. So just remember Ladybug, okay? Now, I brought something with me this morning. Before leaving, my wife told me, she said, it's going to rain this week. How'd she know that? The weatherman? You know what the weatherman does? He guesses. But I've got a sure-fired way of knowing if it's going to rain. Now, in my house, I have a stick right on my front door there. And if that stick falls down like this, it's going to rain. If that stick stands straight up like that, the sun's going to shine. But even that can make mistakes. But I've got the perfect thing with me today that tells me absolutely when it's raining. Okay? You know what that is? It's a rock. It's a magic rock. Now, feel that rock just a second. How does it feel? It's a magic rock. It'll tell you when it's raining. You know how it tells when it's raining? It gets wet. If this rock gets wet, I'll leave it on my front porch. If this rock gets wet, it's raining. I don't care what the weatherman said. If this rock gets wet, it's raining. Now, if I go out in the morning and look at this rock and it's dry like this, is it raining? It's not raining, is it? Because that rock's dry today. Now, that's what you need at your house. You know, I think people that watch the Weather Channel all the time, crazy. These folks have heard me say this before. You know what I found out after I said that? My wife says, I love to watch the Weather Channel. So, I still haven't changed my mind on that. I still think it's not sane to watch the Weather Channel all the time. I remember my dad. He used to watch the Weather Channel all the time. I used to ask him, I said, why in the world do you watch the Weather Channel? It never changes. He says, well, I just like to see. And I said, why? He said, I like to know if it's going to rain. I said, look outside. He needed a rock, didn't he? Because this is absolutely positive. And do you know when you give your life to Jesus, Jesus comes to live inside of you. It's like having a stone like this. And when Jesus comes to live inside of you, you know that God is real because Jesus is alive in you. He gives us the Spirit. It says over in 1 John 4:14. He gives us of the Spirit so that we can know for certain that we have it. Right at the end of 13 and 14. And that's what the rock is for the rain. But Jesus is the same thing for knowing if God's in us. And when we invite Jesus to come inside of us, it changes all things. We no longer have to do this or do that to find out if God's in us. We just know He's in us. Now, a stone's a good thing to have. I suggest you get one of these stones for your house. And if your mom and daddy says it's going to rain, say just a minute. And go look on the front porch and look at your rock. Say it's not raining now. If they say, well, it's going to rain later. Okay, I'll look later and see if my rock is wet. And this is a positive way of knowing if it rains, okay? What's a positive way of knowing if Jesus lives inside of you? He gives us His Holy Spirit to live inside of us. 1 John 4:13 and 14. He gives us His Holy Spirit. And we know it says in 14, that we have Jesus because His Holy Spirit is inside of us. All right. Well, thank y'all for helping me this morning. And what's going to happen at the love banquet? I'm going to give Ladybug away, and who else? Clifford and maybe another friend. Okay? Thank y'all for helping me this morning with that. Who wants the rock this morning? Oh, I thought maybe somebody would have. Now it's gone to another one. That rock is on the move. God bless you. I wish I had more.